Hey, good morning, everybody who's here already. Seem to get about the same amount early on. I appreciate it. That way I can start talking to not anybody, just a zero crowd. Um, so interesting news with the PPI data. Basically, it's inflation's a problem. It's definitely the way I feel about it. I feel like everything's just as expensive, and I know from so many young people in various two generations, but even the most current one, you're coming out of college, it's really, really hard to get jobs. And at the same time, you spend all that money for college, and it's like a lot of the training you can do at home now, and AI is making that, you know, easier and easier. So how much is the degree really worth if you can't get a job, right? This is what I hear all the time when I hang around with younger people than myself. Probably some of you are that age. It's just like, why get in student debt for 100, 150, 200K, spend all that time, and then I come out and I can't get a job. I am pro-education. Trust me, I'm a teacher, so I think you should learn. But I mean, the question is, we're kind of at that pivot point, right, where it's like maybe having AI, maybe having some sort of accreditation that you show what you can do, but you don't have to spend all that money to go into an institution. Now, those of you that just go in for fun and partying and sex, well, that's a different thing. But if you're looking to get, a good career out of it, it's getting harder and harder. So I definitely have felt that. I've definitely heard that there is a huge problem. Nothing has changed at all as far as getting a job and prices going down. In fact, it seems worse and worse all the time. So why, in fact, would you cut interest rates? So we want them to cut interest rates because there'll be a huge rally. That'd be awesome. The market will just keep going up, but there will be a day of reckoning at some point, right? There has to be. And what can they do to avert that? Oh, they'll start a war, and then we won't pay attention to that. So I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, you could see why now they're talking about not cutting the rates, which is what we were kind of counting on until that data came out. I don't know. We talked around here that it would just keep the bull market going, So now I don't know anymore. So that's a little scary as far as, again, we're consolidating traders, so that's good unless we get a big lack of confidence and everything starts to tank, and then just be prepared to do shorts and be careful when that bottom hits, right? So that's the main news that's going out here. I mean, Trump meeting with Putin really has nothing to do with the market, although it could if some sort of peace deal is made. I know military stocks have been dropping, defense stocks, because they think the war could end. Everybody has a stake in this stuff, right? So it says tech giants continue to prop up markets. So yeah, that's what's happening. How do we read it again? So my yesterday position, I did get out of NVIDIA. I actually didn't make money. If you were watching along with me or watched the recap, it broke, got me green. And then I was just going to let it run to my spot. And then I watched it start to go down. I just got out. I think I got out like $80 negative or something. I didn't want to ride it again. I was like, just a bad day trade is the way I looked at it then, and I just got out, and I'm glad because it continued to go down, and it could go up today, but I wasn't trying to do because my position was way up here, so I literally got out at the top for a small loss. I could have had like a $100 win or something at some point up here, but I just was ready for it to go all the way up here and make me big money, and it didn't. So I got out, and I'm very happy about it now. Now, it doesn't mean it won't go up today. I really don't know what to expect because the news is so wishy-washy, but this is what we want. We want what's happening in the pre-market and post-market. That's what we want to trade. We're in and out, make channels and everything. But you saw me set a position yesterday. I can't remember what stock that was on. Maybe that was AMD. We could go by that too. Just, did I keep this at... No, I set that at 20. I was looking further back. Let me start setting these up pretty quick here because our time is a ticking here. So for those of you that are new and aren't knowing what I'm doing, I'm going to set Fibonacci levels on a 5-minute 10-day and a 5-minute 2-day, and in hopes of finding support and resistance levels that may be respected. Seems that a lot of people do this, and that's why you can kind of count on it more happening, but you can never 100%. I think that the fib levels are a lot more respected than just normal historical data, and that was based on the RV strategy that really picked up on that with so many, high share size traders trading this stuff, and under these parameters, and it just became a huge success when that Day Trading Volume 1 book came out. So we'll look at this and see. I'll take one more look on the 5-minute here and just see if we have other historical data I should mark. So we want to mark our historical data in the general area that we're trading. So it looks like the fib levels have absolutely picked up everything here, which is great. That's why you want to mark them. And we go back a little further here. This is our price action here. As we run across, we see, okay, so this is the other day. This is probably a good level. It's just above the fib, so we might as well mark it to kind of prepare you. Here's another one. Multiple taps in that area. Did it get respected over here? No, it didn't. So that's not good. It didn't. I don't think I'd even mark that, actually. What about here? No, nothing. It's hard to tell, but these aren't really worthy. I don't find them to be worthy. Now, intraday, we might end up picking them up. I like to see a continuation of hitting somewhere up to where we are before I snap another line here. So that one actually hit quite a few, but that's a post-market. God knows why, if that was a big dump of shares right there that sent it down. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything else on this one, guys. So now I'm looking at the scanner. This is a special scanner that I did that's going to pick up volume that's not set correctly here. So let me do that. Yeah, so this, I just had to set this up. So it's going to tell me whether it's easy to borrow. It's going to show me the ATR, and then this is the special coding I put into it here, which is, right here, which is telling you it has to have 100,000 volume in a 1-minute candle to even show up here. And it has a 10-day average, a 1-day average. And then this is the percentage from the high, which is important. Can become very important when you're in the middle of a trade and you're looking to see how far away you are. So this is going to pick up the bigger stocks that we're looking for. So, and this is available with the $1 Million Margin Club if you want to get that, so you can search for them yourself. So I have it, my watch list detached, and I have them right above. And now I'm going to go to the second one in line, which is Tesla. I cleaned up all the levels, guys, so we're starting fresh here. We'll go over how I did by getting out of that trade. I did, like I said, if you just popped in, I did take a small loss on that overnight swing. Oops, I thought I was on the fib levels. Apparently not. But I was happy just to get out of it because we'd been doing well on, and I actually scalped a little after I got out. I scalped it a little bit to try to lessen the loss, and then I got it like 70. I was 75 down or so. I think when I sold, it was 100 and something down, and then I scalped it to be only 75 down. Then I had to stop. I had to go. But when I don't intend to go into a swing, I get a little sensitive about it. But it worked out okay. Wasn't a big loss or anything. And when I changed it to a swing, I was thinking about getting out. It was 300 down, and I was kind of making the call, like, should I just get out or should I make it a swing? And I decided to make it a swing, and so I'm glad, because overall I wasn't 300 down anymore. But there was drama waiting. And then it stopped, could have made some big money, but it stopped, and that was... Now, will it go up? Probably, if I was holding it for a longer swing, but it wasn't intended to be a swing. It was an emergency swing trade. We'll call it that, an emergency swing trade. Let's look at some historical data on Tesla. Tesla, you know, it's got a fairly good consolidating thing it's been doing here lately, but you just never know when Musk is going to open his mouth and then screw up everything that you've planned on. So it's anything but a stock you should trade on consolidation, because he makes it so it can't consolidate for long, you know, not based on real data, just based on emotional statements, you know. He doesn't care, you know, obviously, about the traders and that kind of valuation. And not that any big business cares about the traders, but the valuation is what I mean. He just doesn't care about it. He's, you know, that's what it seems anyway. I don't have a crystal ball into Musk's head. I don't see any good historical data here that isn't already picked up by the fibs. So, I mean, this is where it stopped. Did that hit anywhere? I guess it hit here. That was a weird spot, huh? I don't know. I'll mark it. Oops. What happened there? Okay. We'll get into Palantir's moving a little bit today. Makes it hard for my fibs every time. We're getting short on time here. So I kind of went over the news. We'll go over where we are on the challenge for this month in just a second. So when I release the video after the streaming, it doesn't have all this set up. So the only way you can really see all this is if you watch the stream. If you're trying to pick up on how I might do this. I find that, you know, for this type of scalping, large cap retracement, RV strategy, whatever you want to call it, these levels come in very, very helpful. You can't always count on them, but like the book says, Day Trading Volume 1, count on them till you don't, and then just get rid of them. The second they're not respected, just get them out of your face, you know. So let's see where we are here. So that picked right back up that fib. You see that? Boom. Look at the fib here. Boom, 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 boom. This is really good level here. Then you have a wider channel here. We're way down here now, so it looks like it's losing a little steam and might be going down today. This would be a level that it might hit. Other than that, I just don't see anything. Is that maybe here? Spiked it a bit over here. Really grasping at straws with those levels. But as we get into intraday, you know, that's when you really want to see if anything's respected, or if something that's not there, a level's being respected, and then you just want to mark it so that it might repeat itself. That's the whole idea with historical data. Repeats. You're looking for repeats. I think this is maybe what we traded yesterday. I can't remember. I go to so many different sessions. It's not just because I'm of age. It's because I switch so many stocks. I just cannot remember all the stocks. So I get an excuse. You got to give me a break. Let me mark some. No, I'm going to get the other fib up first. Let's see. Oh, that's it right there. Okay. Don't really like marking them on the pre-market as a fib level, but that's what we got, so that's what we're going to do. And that's the same level, right? 65. And let's get that marked. AMD, I'm definitely more serious about trading generally. I like its action. When we get into it. So here we are consolidating. We're nowhere near any other historical data over here. I don't know where that's going to be picked up, but I'll put it there just in case. Did it get it hit over there? Just kind of. I think we're below where we're. Yeah, we're at 180.95, so we're way up here, you know. So I don't the price action. I mean, so there's nothing really to mark. I mean, if it comes down here, we have to reassess. Amazon is on our scanner again today. Nice to see some newcomers. Way out of whack. I don't know. One of the things about this is the volume's usually a lot lower, and that makes the level 2 more difficult to read for price action. So I think I'll save this for intraday marking. But Apple might be something to take a look at. So that still has its levels. I thought I cleaned everything up. Let's see. Wow, look at that, how that got respected by the fib, huh? That's a double fib line there. So I'm going to keep those because they seem to be being respected. Maybe here for today because it's so close to the price action. We got nothing to go on but one day. I mean, it kind of hit it here too. So maybe that level right there. And then I'll do another one right there. And then if we drop, you know, this got picked up down here. Oops. Why did that do that? I thought it was up here. Hood. Take a look at Hood. That's the last one, the last of the 10 on the scanner. Let me just look at that. So that's actually kind of interesting because it's dropped back into play. It's not just running away with it, which is we've been chasing these things and doing okay. Now, I hope a lot of you picked up on the strategy I did yesterday where it was like, I am trading consolidation with a very strong long biased. So I looked for dips. So it was almost like dip trading, but then I still, buy the dip, but I was still really wanted to fall back on a consolidation pattern and not just not look for it anymore. And it ended up being okay early on because usually you don't have enough time when I'm trading, because the big moves happen when I get off. I mean, easier moves to consolidate happen a lot when I'm switching to another trading session. Let's see. It's our last one. We'll take a look at this and assess. I want to figure out what I'm going to try to run on the open. I always advise do not trade the opening candle, but I will do it for excitement. And, it comes with a huge risk because it's a lot more guesswork. Historical data here is like right in this area only that can play into where we're at now. So that got picked up over there. Quite a bit on the post and pre-market. Do you see how that line dropped? I have no idea what's going on here. Is this being... Yeah, so this should switch back to none. Okay. That's probably what's happening. All right. Price level. Did that fib just change too? No, maybe I picked it up right here. Was this what I was trying to do? I think so. I was experimenting with something that a subscriber had mentioned to try to do, and I still haven't quite figured it out yet. But if it works like he's saying, then that would be really cool. So thank you. But right now I can't thank you because it's not working. You might be completely wrong. No, I don't know. All right. So now let's get a look at the news on these. Oh, yeah, before we go, so we'll get an update of how we're doing. So the way that trade shook out, it kind of split some for the day before. It always confuses me how it does this, like what's your position. So overall, I had more than this when I traded with you guys, remember? And it took that loss and put it here on yesterday, because I was like at 315 even when I checked off with you guys, or 312, and I actually made it higher than that. But then I came back and I actually lost like 150 bucks, and I just said, that's it. It wasn't my day in the afternoon. So some of this was just some bad trades that pulled me back down. Some of it gave me the loss from Nvidia over here, and then I think it added profit here. I can't remember what it used to be, but overall, anyway. So we're $4,344, and we have a lot of time left to get that up. So overall, this has been doing really good, this strategy. So, we'll keep it going and see how it goes. Now, remember, I am not a licensed financial advisor, so please read this. Seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to trade with real money or follow any of the demonstrations or things I do on this channel. Again, this is kind of what I do, but you do your own thing. I only enter 25% of my position and take like 80 to 90% of my trades right there. If I am going to add to my position, which is a lot of traders say you should never do, and I disagree with them. But if you're new and don't think you can control yourself, then I do agree with them. But I'm always going to assume that I'm gonna reach out to the better part of you. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want to dumb down or learning curve you, and I keep getting that, you got to protect it. No, you know what? People have to protect themselves. I'll give you the data, and I'm going to think that you're going to be able to do that because I have faith in you. So anyway, and when I recap some of these books, we're going to go into that with Tom Hogarth and Mark Douglas personally from me out of the books. But I do recommend those books. I have them. But anyway, yeah, so you're going to want to only go in, increase your share size only if you attempt to do it when the price actions turn back around in your favor and there's a reason to do it other than just adjust your price point. All right. But I will be reaching for the best part of you at all times. And when I start to protect you in a way where I think that you can't handle it, that's where we get into trouble. That's where I just can't do it. I've got to just assume you're all that, because you are all that. You're definitely all that, and you can be all that. This is not rocket science. It seems like it, of course, because anything new seems like rocket science. When the iPhone came out, I was like, you're out of your mind. I'll never be able to. I had assistants, and everything was given me in notes every day, like written down notes, typed notes. And I had been doing that for years, everything I had to work on that day. And, and then suddenly it's all on a phone, and it's just like, I didn't like that. But anyway. So my point was everything new is hard at first, and then you just get into it. And this is not really that hard of a thing to do here. Let's take a look at this. I could do the 30-minute, or I could just look at the previous close. Yeah, I'm actually not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna wing it here and look at what level I might want. I would have gone in off that fib if it picked me up, but it's already there. So I don't know. Let me just make sure I'm on the right. I was doing some pre-market trading. What? Well, that's not a good story. What is that? Yeah, I know that the big thing was United Health today. That was a big story. I'm surprised it didn't hit the scanners. It's just not that kind of stock, right? On the 50K per minute, there's a couple of others, but they're hard to borrow. Yeah. Super SMCI hit it. But yeah, I don't know here, guys, about setting this for a run, but I guess I will on a buy at roughly I guess I'll go to 181 would be something I would look at. And I have very little time to do that, so. Oops, I passed it. What am I doing? So, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Don't panic. Don't panic. 81. So we'll go in a buy there. If it snaps up there, you know, it might pick me up, and then I would ride it long. But I think this might be going down today. And I'm not going to take a short this way, but I may ride it down as we move into the market, if this is the one we end up trading. I don't know. There's no clear way to go here, as always. So we have just about 12 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Happy Friday. I wish we could trade 24 hours, 365 days a year. Maybe that will happen one day. And it is dropping off. Too early to tell. All these orders are preset. Ouch. I went down like $2. Now's your time to show everybody that you're going to go up today in reverse. What happened with everybody else? Everybody's going down. Except Tesla. I'm looking at some of the others above me up here on the watch list. AMD went down like over $2 to start, which I can see in front of me, but for some reason I looked at it on the watch list. So, all right. Well, we didn't get any action on the opening candle. We'll leave this price, this buy in here for a little bit longer, just to see if we get a spike. And then we're going to have to find something that's decent here. You know, we're probably going to have to wait for some consolidation here. So I see all this price action coming in here. See that on the magnet, pulled it down. Even though it's pre-market magnet, it's most of this data. It's like, you know, this washes it away because of how much came in, over 1 million. But I wouldn't trust the magnet quite so much. Yes, that's the market magnet. That's an amazing indicator. I wouldn't trust it yet. Trying to get this up here. Everything's going down. Look at the market. There's the market pulse showing everything going down. Here's this stock, 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. Everything's down, which makes sense, of course. And is there anything that's moving the other way? Tesla, but it's actually weakening too. So maybe this is going to be a down day. The news was a little lackluster. So we have to wait, guys, unless some of you picked up some brilliant trade and then you need to school me. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bug out of that trade because that's not happening. Take a look at some of these others. Look at Apple. It went up higher here. Oh, Apple went up. Wow. Okay, so what's going on with Apple? They shot right up. I didn't see that happening. Now they're retracing now. The volume wasn't high enough to bring it up on my watch list near at the top, so I hadn't quite got to it yet. Is this not set correctly here? Should have had these at zeros to begin with. Oh, it is. Okay, so it's set correctly. Okay. It must have opened up correctly then. I just don't see it here yet. Apple might be good today. I like the beginning action. Gave us, you know, a reason to think to go long biased on the long term for some reason. Yeah, that's pretty much near its high. I think it was up at, had been up as high as 235, right, at some point recently. Yeah, 235. So I marked that out today, right? Yeah, I believe so. All right, let's stick around and see if this is going to consolidate for us. So our maximum share size on Apple is 100 if you're doing the PDT and you're only entering 25%. So I have it set correctly. And then my max share size would be, I mean, you could go a little higher, but 400 if you're staying, if you only have 25,000 in your account. We don't want to get red by pushing a trade, so let's just bide our time. These are ATRs. Don't forget to pick up your free indicator at the $1 Million Margin Club. Right now, I'm the one that's making that free, so at some point I'll probably sell out. But right now you can grab it. At some point someone will own me. Okay, so here we go. Interesting. So it does want to go up. It retraced and came. This is a good start for a consolidation pattern. So let me get zoomed in to really trade this. That's not working for me for whatever reason. There we go. Okay. It's a good start. We're in our 6th minute now. The 1 hour and 4 hour are green. The QQQ and the SPY are turning green, which is nice. Now that's on the 5 minutes. On the 15 minute, they're still red. That's a market pulse, guys. So whatever chart you put it on, it's going to give you that time increment. And then, of course, this is the risk oscillator up here. I thought I got rid of that. All right, that's why I had to keep stretching that screen. I've got the multi-chart alignment over here for, is this today? On a 1 minute chart, what am I doing? Oh my God, let's auto zoom it. So I keep the vertical lines, which is really important to trade, but I don't need those labels up there on the 1 minute chart. They're over here now. Okay, this is a great looking consolidation. So we have 234, 233. So we have a dollar channel here. And then here's the 50 cents right in the middle to help us. So is it going to hold up here? Is it going to channel hop? Yeah, we're 9 minutes in here, 8 minutes in, right at the magnet level, which is great. There's the upper level, and then there's the lower level. We just broke the lower level of the magnet. Remember, my wicks, some people call them shadow wicks, they're really sensitive. So they exemplify the patterns. So I like them that way. You know, that's like a big fat rickshaw man here. Day trading volume 2, guys, the only one that, the candlestick pattern playbook, the only one that rates patterns. You should learn it, become a part of it, sleep with it under your pillow. Knowing patterns is really, really important. So, so I'm biding my time, guys. I don't see a decent trade. I'd like to see, like I usually wait for the 11th minute right in here to see if we really do have levels, and then I might tighten some of these intraday levels and start to scalp. Could be any particular stock. Some of the others of you are on that the same strategy will apply. I don't know if I have the best one to do it. It looks pretty good, but the level 2 is moving, you know, it's kind of lame, really. Probably because it's just sitting here, but okay, that was 10 cents. All right, so that's good. We want a 10, 15 cent, you know, we want a $10 to $15 trades, and we just start to snap them up. Before you know it, we got to, you know, we've met our $150 minimum try today. So So 5 minutes says we shouldn't be going long. Here's a 33. Now this was respected. Let's see if it's going to turn it around there. It might be where but the 5 minute, all these people are going to jump in short. So as we cross over this in 37 seconds. So I'm a little worried about going long off that level and starting the strategy. I'd like to see it. I really want to make sure it holds it on the even dollar. Sure does seem like it wants to, huh? Yep. Well, if I grabbed it down there, I would have already got 10 cents. 13 seconds to close. It will close red on the 5 minute. So let's see what those people do, all those 5 minute traders. Scalp Pros, that was a very strong buy. Okay, so it turned red. Now they went down at first. That's what you should expect. It's not as strong as I thought, honestly. So buying the dip down here could be our first move if it's not even going to go down. And there it goes. That's just good news. So we'll wait for another minute or two and see. So I would definitely short off the 234. And right now I'm looking to go long off the 233, and I'm not calling anything in the middle yet. But I might go in a little bit above this and a little bit below that, depending on what the price action is showing me. So at least I get a trade, knowing that I might have to manage a bad trade for a minute. Very, very slow. So I'm thinking I might not have picked the right one. This is very slow action here. I need some bigger moves here. We're not gonna. Yeah, the volume was 67. I mean, that's really bad. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of this right now because I don't want to start to get stuck in this. And then I waited. I'll come back to it to see. So AMD is just crashing, huh? So we could maybe short this. Start to do a consolidating with a short biased over here. I want to find something we can do here. So that's about to hit the ATR low. So we've got some good levels over here to trade off of. So if it springs up, volume's double, then we can go short off a level. MACD just sent it down. So on this one, AMD, we can go, 125 shares, 125 shares. I'm going to keep it at 100. All right, so I'm going to look to short off of a level. 178 maybe. I'm going to go ahead and short off that, guys, and hope that it's going to retrace down. I see this action below the magnet. So, wow, that was really bad. I just did that. That was, I did not intend to double down right there. It's just, maybe it'll work out for me. That was not what my plan was. Jeez. All right, worked out for me. There's some bad slippage, delay in the closing of it. So I might want to tend to do the, I was thinking I was going long, so I pushed to get out of the trade is what I did. Instead, I doubled down. So that was definitely a play there. I kind of muffed it up there, but short biased, worked out. And then I saw a lot of slip. This should have been $25. So do we buy the bid on the way down, or it will not, maybe it won't pick us up. So short came in really high. We're below the 14 AMA under the VWAP. And the volume even went up higher as from the last candle. Again, a lot of price action below the magnet, basically telling us that the price action is going to go down. The target's higher of the last 9 candles for short. So short is still, there it is again. I'm going to go for it. I got it at 07, and this time as it drops, I'll buy the bid. Assuming it drops, confidence is high. It's going to drop. It's not going to keep going up. We want to drop now, please. Uh-oh, not looking good. back down. I got it at 78.07. I'm only about 30 cents off my position. At 100 shares, it kind of tells you exactly how far you're off. But that's a retracement. We got a tweezer move right here. 78.80. That's not good. I don't like how this is moving. Have any other news? Nvidia's going up a bit too. Don't want to see it break the 80 level, really, because that's where it sort of stalled before. Break through this 50 cent, go down to the magnet, and then do a big, huge flush to the ATR. Depending on how this looks for me. Yeah, I'm going to actually go into that for more shares because it's looking pretty good. The bid doubled down there. And we got a good trade out of that. So I only added when it was going back my way to get a better price point. And I saw the strength of it moving down. And that's, that's sort of a skill you can pick up over time to do that. Now, I might go long off that fib. I mean, it keeps reversing there, but I do want to play this short bias. So the fib's at a 42 cent level. It has been respected. There's the market magnet gives us our low with that jotted line right there. 50 cents. It's really hitting the 50 cent mark here. So all these are even in half dollars. Is really an indicator you should get. They mark it on every stock, and that's where the crowd trades. So knowing this, all this information that I'm calling out, the difference in the target range over the last 9 candles, the scalp pro meter, where the support and resistance levels are, the ATR, all this stuff, you put it into play to give you a much better average of when you're going to be right when you call the trade. You just need to learn a little bit about how to read it. Yeah, I could have just. I'm greedy for a better dip, and I should have just got in it. And there it goes. All right, so we'll go short a bit higher up here. If it makes it up here. 178.65. We'll try. I'm still going short biased. Didn't really make a higher low here. See, it didn't really break that to change my biased. Yeah, and Nvidia is going back down again. So they seem to move a lot together in concert. So this is definitely better action than Apple was, but if you look over here, you're getting more play, Okay, guys, right when I say that, you just stall on me. So it's stalling at the 178. It likes that even dollar. The only channel, really, you got 179 all the way down to 177, almost like a $2 channel with a bunch of levels to play off of in the middle of that $2, including the $1 level. But since it just channel hopped, it's not. You'd want to get it at near either the high of the $2 or the low of the $2, like 77 or 77.50 is really more the level to 79, 77.50 to 79. So the closer you can get to 79 to short or 77.50 to go long. If you can wait it out, if it's not, you're not waiting forever, because I don't like this where it's just making. Maybe we can pick some baby channels in here. It's harder, and you get slippage, and it's just. And then it goes against you, when you're right in the middle, and it goes one way or the other against you, and that's why you want to get nearer to the support or resistance level. So at least you're starting at a good position if it goes against you, that you have a chance to for it to retrace, get out for a profit. And you can just do this all day long and get this to $1,000, or do it for 3 or 4 hours, or you have to have the right mentality, something else to do, take breaks, maybe only trade 3 days a week. And I'm going to go ahead and go in off that. I got it at 48. And I took a chance there for sure. I did mark it to make sure I got picked up. Okay, so we don't want it to make a new low, which it looks like it's about to do. We want to see it reverse here. Made a new low. Hit the ATR. Hopefully it hit that nice and hard. Nice and hard, guys. Bounce up. Break through that fib. Here's the MACD trying to turn it around. I'm not going to add to that position. I'm not feeling confident watching the level 2. In fact, I will take a shorter victory if I get a chance to do it. And it's not giving me a chance. Broke the ATR. Okay, we're in the wrong end of this trade. Question is, how long do I deal with this? So it is making it is dropping off. Maybe it's not done messing with this ATR as a floor. There we go. I would like to get out of this trade. I'm going to just get out if I can. There we go. I'm just going to get out. Watch it shoot straight up. Sorry, I just don't have the confidence. I have a lot more confidence playing it short biased and going short up here than going long. But it did make me more money if I stayed in it. So let's see if it's going to have an area, a new ceiling that we want to try to pick. 178 might be a new ceiling for this. It might not get back up here. You keep stair-stepping down, as you can see, even as it goes high. It never went as high. This time, never went as high. It started to go down. So the market is generally, see, NVIDIA's down to 178.60 now. Now, last time I looked up there, it was 180. So they're both going down based on the news. He's making boys. Intel is selling their soul to Trump, huh? They already had a stake in it, the government did. But one minute he calls for the guy to resign, the next minute they got a deal. What went down there? It's a whole new kind of governing going on here, man. Maybe it'll be really good for us. I don't know. I mean, us investors. As far as the country, I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. 178, guys. That's what I'm looking for. I will short off the 178. Even the way it's moving, I'm going to short off the 178 if it gives me a chance. I'm going to wait, though. I want it to get up there. It's not going to do it. $87 on the ask. If you look at the market maker, this is what I'd get, and they'll slip me a few cents too. From being a momentum trader, I always go to the ask. I can't help but look to the ask, and it's wrong when I'm trading this way. 91. Looks like it wants to break that level, but it just is stalling there. So let's wait it out and get a better position. See, it keeps dropping. I could have taken 2 trades there for like 10, 12 bucks. Ugh. Should have grabbed it earlier. It's not going to make it to the 178. And what happens a lot is a lot of people look at these levels and then they know, they jump in just before, and that's what happened there. And that turned it around. I almost did a couple of times at 96 cents here, and I was like, just take it. Now, see, I would go long here, but I am worried that it's going to break this level. I want to trade this short biased. We should have grabbed a short up here. For those of you that did, you got a really good trade. With that nice bear flag there. Beautiful bear flag to send it down. I'm not going to wait for it to get that high again. Maybe off the fib, 77.50 rather than 78 up in this area. If it gets up there, I'm probably going to sell and just manage a bad position if it keeps going. Because it's dropping. I'm just trying to get the best position, guys. I'm losing trades because of that. It's a more conservative way to trade. Stalling at 30 cent and not getting up there. Making a huge rickshaw man on the 5-minute. Yep, it closed on it too. I'm going to take that. I don't want to miss the move again, so I'm going to take that on a retracement down. So it's 29 cents if it goes the right way. So that would be $29 to $30 rather than a $10 to $15. But probably a $20 trade is what I'd want to look for, unless I double down. If it comes up here and turns around, I might add to my share size if it's showing strength to go the way I think it should go. But I would wait to make sure. I'm not just going to add up here to get a better price point. So I want it to really show me that it's going down. So let's see if we can get a 2 in front of that green number up there. It's toying with us. I don't really want to see it break the tweezer move there. Well, Nvidia's going up a tad. QQ and the SPY are going up. Is it going to turn around now that I'm in a short position? I could have got some short money there, as in a lower amount, not short position money. Yeah, I probably won't hold for the 20 bucks anymore the way it's going. You just got to assess constantly, you know, what. Okay, so the manga just pulled down. So that's good news for my position. But the momentum is turning it up. Yeah, this is taking too long. Again, this is just taking too long. Everything's going so slow. AMD is just like... I was looking to add there. That's why my cursor's over the sell, but it's just not consistent enough going down, so I can't do it. It's not a smart move. It's going to break now. Is it going to break to 78? Give me a break. Momentum says no. Go down. Worked here. Let's have it work here now. So it did break this, which is bothersome because it seems like it wants to stair step up now. Ugh, that hurt. Okay. How's the overall market doing here? Just when I was short biased. Boy, that ATR turned it around, huh? So we want to see it break to 178 with some spirit, and I might average in if it seems to be retracing down 178, get down to like 177, 80 or 90, like it's really actually good. It's pulling the magnet up, which isn't too good for me. Hopefully you guys are doing better than me. I'm just sitting here stuck again in a position the wrong way. I mean, it's not catastrophic, but it's annoying because I feel like I should be well over 100 by now. I picked the wrong one. I picked the wrong horse for quick action on a consolidation here. Volume's going down rather than up. That was over 300,000. Can you make a move down? I'll help you. I'll help you if you get down there. Looking to add as it retraces below 178. Oh, there it goes. Wow, that happened too fast. Damn it. Not where I wanted to be. At the 60. Yeah, that wasn't exactly how I planned that. I was looking at the chart, not at the level 2 and the market maker. So now I'm actually not thrilled about my position as it's averaged up to a higher share size. But let's see. There we go. Let's get some movement down there. I'm only 20 cents off my position. And to half of my full potential share size. Looking for a down movement here. Getting closer. Let's get a drop. Let's wait it out. Let's wait it out. You're not done going down. There you go. You're not making a bull flag, please. Do not make a bull flag. Oh, ouch. It was so close. Reassess here. We want a happy Friday. We don't want a sad Friday. We want a happy Friday. Hello, kitten. Everybody hears you. You done bothering them down there? Come up here and muse me. Yeah, I have to call this. I think, guys, I'm not liking the way this is going. Easy recovery still, to get green, but if I let this keep going, it might not be. So there's my day right there. And this is a bad trade. Really, if it breaks that 78.80, it's just to count on it to retrace is less likely. So my full position would be 400 shares if I wanted to give it a shot. It's recovering some for me here. Break that 78 again, and you'll see me go full position. Looking for it to break the 178 on a downward move. It's close. Nope. And it's going back to hurt me some more. And it's getting later, and I'm stuck in a dumb position. Oh well, we'll have to recover on a better stock than this. I blame the stock, not me. It was going well at first, and then it just kind of... Well, there's some news at 9:54 that certainly doesn't help, as you can see down here. As far as being in a short position on chips. Let's get this to fade off here below 178. I do not want to see it break that historical data, guys. I'll take a loss if it does. I'll just get out. So hopefully you guys are watching your max loss. Didn't go my way on this trade. Going to have to do some scalping to get us back into the green. Yeah, that's it. I'm out. Okay, so that's too bad. Oh boy. All right, so now I got to get to what are we at? 10:04. All right, I have a little bit of time left to try to recover. And this is my go-to stock for that. Let's take a look at it. I don't normally recommend it because it's so... Hello? Are you going to get on my keyboard? Yep, I see you. I mean, you should have helped me a second ago. Where were you? Yeah, well, you should have helped me a minute ago. Okay, I'm going into half position on this to begin with. I'm not revenge trading, guys. It's just getting it. It's always timing with me, with everybody, you know, for the different sessions. So I'm trying to get green and recover and make the goal. We don't want this to be the first day we don't make the goal. Let's get a look at this. So this is a pretty good consolidation level here. Stair stepping back up. And the market still shows down. I'm trying to decide whether to go short biased or long biased here. All the way down to 333, all the way down to 332, huh? Okay. Let me take a look at the level 2 for a minute to see what to expect. Here's your target ranges here. So you pretty much cut that in half. That's a full minute to hold a size. Buy sell oscillator says don't go past 334. But right now this is making a move up, not down. So it looks like maybe taking a long trade off of a dip. There's 69. I'll try that right there. Hoping it's going to continue to go up. I tried to pick it up. Didn't pick me up. It's got the moves to pick that up, no problem. So it should just snap in a second there. I was watching the flow, and the flow is definitely up there. So there's my position, 95. So where I want to get out. So that would be $19 roughly if it once it picks me up, which it will pick me up. I demand that it pick me up. Come on. What are you guys doing? Wow, that doesn't bode well for scalping this, does it? You can't even go 19 cents. That was like 11 cents off picking me up there. I mean, in money. So I'm getting ready to just do market because now it's starting to turn it around. There you go. Okay. Yeah. No, that doji does not turn you around on that 1 minute. Do not do that. Oh my God. Okay. I should have just got market. I don't know how market's going to treat me on this stock. Usually it's not too good. I don't like all this price action below me. There's a snap. Getting ready to get out of this and just do a market order here because this is way too long to hold something. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out there. And then look to get a market on a swale up or to go into my full position as it goes up after it drops. Same strategy, different stock. Same disappointment, different stock. definitely feel like it's going to hurt me on the market, you know, the way this is moving between the delay and the spread, you know. It just stopped. It just sitting here, like not. I'd almost rather there be a big loss. At least I can make a decision then, you know. It's like, come on, guys, get some movement here. Usually Tesla, you can expect, you know, some pretty fast choices, you know. If I even tried to get out there, could have slipped red just on. I'm not really missing trades here either because it's just barely any action here. So that's the even dollar, or the 50-cent mark. I didn't really want to see it break it, and there it went. Down to the 24. I want to see it turn back up off that historical data level. There it goes. I kind of waited too long to average into my full share size there. Stopping at the 50 cents. Well, it should be a $20, $19 victory, but it wasn't because it didn't pick me up. What do we got here? It's digging a hole deeper that I have to get out of. I will get out of it. I will be green. I will will myself green. I mean, this can happen anytime, obviously, so. Hasn't happened yet, but. Market generally is saying down. Should have just been short biased on this stock. This is 332. I'm about a buck off my position, seeing if it's showing an action of turning around, and I would go into my full position. Not seeing it. There's the bottom of the market magnet. That might turn it around. 36, 33, 30, 25. Wow. Two bad trades. It's time now. That's almost exactly where it turned around before. Look at that. $333 would be an add area if it breaks $333 on the way up. Obviously, better for my price point to add here, but I need confirmation that it's going up, not just getting a deeper hole here. Sellers didn't make the top there, which is good, but I'd like to see the sellers volume drop. It's still winning out here on the Scalp Pro meter. You can see it. That is an absolute turnaround sign, which is great for that pattern. So a lot of people are reading that thinking that's the bottom, let's get in. And I am with you 100%. I'm going to go ahead and play off that move and just get ready to dump fast if it's so now I'm down to 33.25 and I need it to break the 333 and not fade here. There it is. Hit it and then bounced off of it. Break it. It wants to break it. Come on. There we go. Now let's get a winning trade here. Don't pull it down, market magnet. Don't pull it down. We waited this long. Let's make some money. Oh, you pulled it down. All right. So how many people are reading that? $18. We're just 5 cents off my position. Snap that 24. Break it off that line. There you go. There we go. All right. It wasn't a lot, but at least it wasn't 120 down. All right, guys. I'm down for the day right now, but I'm going to get it back. What was I trading? AMD, so I only have 23 bucks there. So yeah, I'm still 140 something dollars down. So I got to work on that. But first I've got to go to this other session. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. That wasn't a banner showing from me, but I will come back and I'll show you either over the weekend, later today, how I did. But I hope you guys are doing good. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll definitely be back live streaming Monday morning. And I will see you then. All right. So until then, be careful, play it cool, watch your max loss, and, go green, right? Go green. Thanks, guys.